Hi everyone, and welcome to another one of my videos about Guild Wars 2. This time, I'm not on my warrior like I usually am. I'm on my ranger, and you can tell because of the green horns and the Balthazar outfit right there. Normally, the other one has just the default look, but this one's got a bit of different coloring for a different outfit, and that makes them have green horns. Anyway, that's not the important thing. The important thing, and what this video is about, is going to be about pets and jumping puzzles. Because, normally in the game, when you play, you have the option to go and you have the option to go and stow your pet by clicking this button. This makes the pet not appear, which can be quite useful for jumping puzzles because it usually gets damn annoying when you have this thing constantly following you and you're trying to just do the jumping puzzle, especially like the really hard one in Lion's Arch, this pirate themed one, and the pet is just constantly following you. But the downside is that if you fall off any cliff or whatsoever, anything like that whatsoever, and take damage, the pet will come back right to you and just appear again. And there is a solution for this, but keep in mind that this only works if you have the expansion Path of Fire. If not, then basically you can click off this video and just not bother with it because this won't even work for you. You can just leave the video right now. Anyway, I'm just going to go off to the bank here in Amnoon, which is one of the first locations you go to when playing the Path of Fire story. And I'm going to get one of the passes. What I mean by this is I explained in one of my previous videos, if you watched that, about the Captain Havoc's airship pass, which teleports you into a giant airship above the Gandharan fields. So I'm just going to go right here and grab another one of these. The Lily of... wait, what's this? Lily of the Ellen pass. So, this is pretty much the same thing. And if you have the Path of Fire, like if you purchase the Path of Fire Collector's Edition, you'll get one of these. I'll just activate it to show you what it does. It will teleport you to this place, the Crystal Oasis, and this is very good if you have a ranger character and you don't want to play the first opening intro quest kind of thing, or story mission really, that gets you into the Crystal Oasis. Because personally, with me anyway, I don't like to every single time on every single damn character go and have to go to each new place, like play the story mission to get to Bloodstone Fen, which is one of my most favorite locations. Okay, so once you activate it, you spawn here, which has all the necessities you want, like banking and stuff, and even has a nice, lovely like water place that you can come out of and just walk along here. And the best thing is, you can go from here and get right into the city just by like the main city, Amnoon, just by following this here track and like going over this pipe, then going over this next pipe, and then you're already almost at the city. This is great because if you don't have Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns, then it is a lot harder to get off the airship. Yes, you can get off the airship quite easily because it's just got an airship exit button, but you may want to go to a certain place in the Gandharan fields, like I like to do a lot. And it's really useful if you don't have a glider from Heart of Thorns and just can't glide around all over the place in Gandharan fields like I can. But then again, if you have a griffin, that isn't a problem. But keep in mind, the griffin does cost a whopping 200 gold. Okay, anyway, now that I've explained that, time to go into the build section. And I'm going to just equip Soul Beast and not really even bother choosing any of the traits or anything like that. Because I wanted to show you basically what's great about Soul Beast. And how you can basically avoid that, you can avoid that whole situation with your pet just constantly appearing near you when you're wanting to do jumping puzzles. And I'll show you. Okay, so when you have Soul Beast equipped, you just press F5 on your keyboard, like so, and your pet will merge with you. Now, you have a bunch of abilities that your pet will give you. These right down here. And you can activate them. But the best part is, take damage, no pet. You're free of all the worries of having to bother about your pet's helping you when it comes, or trying to help you and appearing and making you misjudge that next jump on the jumping puzzle. So, I'm going to put a cut in the video right here, go back to my build, and change it back to what it used to be, because you don't need to bother seeing me do that. So, I can show you how to get 3 hero points done in Path of Fire. Because, if you go into the training here, and click into Soul Beast, then the first one, well, I already have this, but I know from basically training this character in Soul Beast that to unlock Soul Beast, you need 30 hero points. So I'm going to show this how you can get them, because even if you hate playing Soul Beast and can't stand the class, you can just equip it for the jumping puzzle, because let's face it, most jumping puzzles in this game, if they have enemies, they're going to be a very, very little amount of enemies. And as you can see here, I can still use all the base abilities of the Ranger, like throwing axes, throwing this fire torch, and creating this fire aura right here to burn enemies. And this will still kill most things in the game well enough, even if they're like level 71, because if you have a level 80 character, which you need to have, by the way, to get Soul Beast, you're probably just going to roll over their faces and murder them all. Anyway, putting the cut in here now so I can reconfigure my build. Alright, the cut's over. Now I'm going to go over to each of the hero points on the map and show you where they are and how to do them. These are going to be 3 Path of Fire hero points, and the difference between them, Heart of Thorns hero points, and regular hero points is regular hero points are dead easy. Some of them you literally have to go up and commune with something. Actually, that's pretty much commune, I mean press F, press the interact key. But actually that's the same with the Path of Fire and Heart of Thorns hero points. But the difference with them is they're in a new expansion. Basically what happened was the community at one point was complaining to ArenaNet, the developers of this game, saying, what's the big idea? We don't want to go around doing tons and tons and tons of these hero points just to unlock all the new classes. The developers basically said, alright, now they give you 10 hero points each just for doing a single one. Are you happy? The community was like, yes, we are happy. Okay, so to start off this one here, what you want to do is kill these things. Even though these scarabs are completely unrelated to the actual hero point, the reason why you want to kill them is because I've seen about 3 YouTube videos by now. Oh, thank you to that other person, by the way. A shout out to, what's their name? Damn it, if my character would just target them already, I want to give them a damn shout out. Okay, before they move away, thank you to Death Rise, of whatever guild that is, for unknowingly helping me out with this YouTube video and killing these scarabs. Anyway, as I said, the reason why you want to kill these scarabs is because I've seen about 3 YouTube videos by now where the person who was doing it got attacked by the scarabs while they were versing that hero point over there, and they murdered them. Yeah, so that's generally why you want to kill them. This thing should be dead pretty soon. Also, make sure you take advantage of anyone nearby who's doing it. For example, that guy right there is actually just attacking that the NPC from the hero point. And if you really can't beat it, I suggest just waiting around until the hero point is done. Now I'm going to just not help them so I can do the hero point myself. Here's hoping that what happened last time doesn't happen again, where the hero point auto-completes me even though I haven't done a single hit. Okay, good, it didn't. Because that's what's actually happened with this one up here. In this cave... Something's attacking me, hold on. Oh, damn it, sand lions. Just trying to record a video here. Okay, so as I was saying, when I was going up and up on the map, there's this cave system where one of the hero points are. And my pet must have gone and gotten the single hit on that enemy from the hero point. So I actually now have that hero point and can't show you on this character. I may actually just switch to a different character just so I can show you what you have to fight there. Because for some reason, you can't do hero points a second time. Oh, this is getting annoying. Beat one sand lion and another one just comes. Oh yeah, by the way, if you want to use this here weapon I'm using here, you can only actually use it if your character is a Char. It's actually called the Char Bazooka. Kind of play on words, Char Bazooka. Just die already, you freaking lion! It's taking far too long. That's why I'm so glad smoke scales do such high damage. And all the rest of the lions are over there bothering with boar. I mean, they don't bother me. It's great. Oh, all the scarabs are back. Well, they might actually join in this fight. Okay, so for this guy, You talk to him, and then choose the fight option. And to beat him, generally avoid his area of effects, which I did not do there because I could hardly even see it, and kill his secondary minions that spawn. Oh, that's nice. Someone's actually helping me with this. Also, pets, I recommend a smoke scale if you have the Heart of Thorns expansion because it deals great damage. You can only get a smoke scale, by the way, if you have the Heart of Thorns expansion. So if you don't, you can't get it. And this is one of the biggest messes I've seen in a while. Mummy spawned from that guy. At the same time, scarabs are into the fight. And as well as all that going on, you also have this allied player who's a revenant here, right here, just shooting away at this guy. I tell you, if this was actually a thing you could just go and witness in Guild Wars 2, I'd pay in-game money for this. Just let us start up a fight club in the game, that'd be awesome. Just like I talked about once in Warframe, you can basically go and there's a spawning arena in that game, and you can just spawn any enemy you want, and if the enemies are from different factions, you can just watch them fight each other. It's hilarious when you watch the dead AI just muck up and they all miss their attacks and just flail about like toddlers. I think that is an excellent analogy for all the enemies in that game. 90% of Warframe enemies are toddlers. You heard it from Cheese. Yeah, so that guy is now done. And the best thing about Paths of Fire and Heart of Thorn hero points is that over here, they give you rewards for it. So a lot of them give you these pieces of identified gear, treasure hunting kits, which I haven't used, and trade contracts. Trade contracts are used in the Paths of Fire maps to buy all kinds of goodies from different merchants. Like there's one zombie guy who sells you awakened statues. In fact, I'm just going to show you where to find him. Actually, I don't mean statues, I mean awakened minis. Minis are basically like the little pets you can get in World of Warcraft, except unlike in World of Warcraft, there's no Pokemon-themed minigame where you can get them to face each other, sadly. Yeah, I'm not playing World of Warcraft anymore. Basically made one video for the channel and then quit the game. Although I really did enjoy the pet battles in that. It was so fun when you like got a sunflower, like this adorable looking sunflower, and then leveled it up to be like a beast, and then got it to face these things like prairie dogs, and it just goes up and slaps them, the prairie dog just falls over dead. Like death by sunflower. You'd never ever think of that. So if I remember right, the Palwa Joko guy should be somewhere along here. Hold on. I actually don't remember too well. Let me just put another cut in the video so you don't have to bother watching me run around like an idiot trying to find a vendor. Okay, I found the vendor. He's right here. In fact, I'm looking at him. That's my cursor thingamajig right there over him. To find him, it's just, well, as you can see on my map where I've went, ran around like an idiot all over the place and then came here. So right next to this anvil, which you can use to repair your equipment. And here he is, the Awakened Merchant. You talk to him, and after a bunch of conversation with him, which you can just skip through, you say, yeah, I'll buy your stuff. And you can buy, for trade contracts, a Awakened Mini Archer, Mini Mummy, and Mini Palwa Joko, which is actually the antagonist of the latest Living World season stuff. Anyway, enough of that. It's time to go and show you where another one of these things are, which is going to be right up here in the middle of the desert. I would choose a closer waypoint, but there's actually only 3 waypoints in this entire map, and one of them's in this city, which I'm right next to and kind of in anyway, so no point going to that. Oh, and also if you wanted to get some mastery for Paths of Fire, in here's a mastery that it's actually quite hard to do. You have to help this chef guy by constantly grabbing ingredients and then throwing him the right ingredients. And you have a little speed boost you can use, but I had to like do that a good 3 times before I actually finished it. I feel kind of sorry for that citizen. You just watched him die to a twister along with me. Okay, yeah, so next one of these hero points. To get there, just go past this scaffolding, drop down from it, and try to make sure you don't drop down too hard or fast, because these sand hills here can hurt quite a lot, and also it will hurt your raptor. If mounts in this game take too much damage, they will basically dismount you. have to usually fight the enemies that are attacking you, and then mount up again. So, right here, I'm just going to skip all these cave screamers, because it is quite a pain in the ass to fight them all, and I really don't want to. They constantly have like this rock knockdown ability. So, I suggest doing what I'm doing here and running past them. Also, just so you know, the raptor, even when it... Oh dear. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to fight one of these cave screamers anyway. As I was saying, even when you don't have a single mastery unlocked in the raptor, which increases its skills, it will still... That's why I hate cave screamers, by the way. Just keep dropping rocks at you, and they'll stun lock you all the time. And they drop this creature meat, which you don't even need unless you're doing the heart in the area. Okay, apparently this entire cave system is a bit of a dick. It's constantly dropping rocks at you. Maybe it's not the cave screamers. So, anyway, as I was saying, it's kind of easy to get here because because even without any mastery upgrades, the raptor will just go as fast as mine is going. Oh, and if you're wondering why it looks like this and kind of has this neat Egyptian headdress, I bought a skin for it using gems. I converted my gold, so yeah, that's how you do it. It's called the Awakened Skin Pack. So I'm gonna put a cut later on in the video where I show you what you actually fight here. It's a bunch of forwards, which is the metal guys, which worship the god Balthazar. I won't reveal too much about him, about the current situation and everything in the game, because that would be spoilers. So yeah, I'll show you what you actually fight there later. Now you just know how to get to it. So, back to the waypoint we go. If you want to save more money, you can always use your Lily of the Elon, Elonian, or whatever past thing I've shown you before to get back to that place with all the vendors. But I want to be closer to the actual thing I'm going to try and face, because that makes the video quicker. I'm willing to spend money to make the video quicker for you, is what I'm saying. Okay, so last one of these things is going to be right up here in the middle of this kind of deserty area. Not actually that far out of the town at all when you think about it. Oh, and if you were hoping that I was going to do anything like tell you how to properly play Soul Beast and do builds for that, I suggest, really, I'm not the best person for that. I don't really do too much when it comes to builds. I mainly just my guides focus on getting and going places and doing things in Guild Wars 2, because my builds are really kind of just mishmashed together. I'm kind of like a chef when it comes to like a stew pot where I'll just throw in random ingredients. In fact, I'd probably be the kind of guy who comes up with a really good build without even knowing it, just like the person who made pizza. Okay, so this here, the Jinn, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, or Jinn, will again create area effect fields, and there's nearly always a few sand lions around here as well. So just fight them off and fight it up, and you should be good to go. Oh yeah, I forgot. Hydras, they will also sometimes spawn and try and fight you. So sometimes you have a massive just mess with a huge cluster of enemies just all vying to like for the place to kill you when you try and fight this. That's why I'm really glad that there actually is someone right here, this person right here that I'm healing, and also that other person fighting them, because otherwise it would be much harder. These things would probably be kicking my ass, because facing off against a veteran Jinn and also a sand lion, okay, that's not dead, I guess the Hydra's dead as well. Yeah, facing off against all that is not easy. Yeah, so after I kill these heads right here, that's pretty much it for the video, except for showing you, of course, what you actually face in the cave. I just need to get, as I said, I need to get on one of my other characters, which actually hasn't done that yet. Alright, that's all dead. Putting a cut in now as the Hydra head thrashes itself to death, and gonna show you the last character and, well, what's in the cave and everything. Alright, here we are, back after the cut, back on my warrior. And as you can see on the map, this place is completely unexplored, where that one thing was, so that is an excellent indication that I haven't actually been there or done the event Thingamajig. So, time to run over there and get it done. Yeah, by the way, as I was saying before, if you are really struggling to do something like this, you could always try changing your build. Like, if your build is a really squishy one currently, you could go for a bit of a tougher one to try and face off against some of these enemies. Or, of course, bring a friend, or just bring someone from a guild, or ask a random stranger if you're really, really desperate and don't have anyone like that to help you in this game. And if that still doesn't work, I suggest offering a bit of money. Not heaps, doesn't have to be like a huge amount. I think 20 to 40 silver would be an excellent amount if you want to basically hire someone as a bodyguard to help you run all the way in here and then face off against these things. Oh yeah, that attack there, I have no idea how you avoid it when you're on a mount, because mounts don't have a dodge function. I'm pressing the dodge key right then, and it didn't do anything. Okay, so now climbing here. Oh, okay, so you have to examine it twice. Twice. That's what actually makes the stuff appear. So all up here is this forge dude on a glider thingamajig. This guy can be a bit of a tough customer to face because sometimes well, obviously he's just flying around like a maniac right now, and also if you get he keeps on basically making his green goblin like glider-like feet attack you like that, where he'll fling them around himself. So that means you actually shouldn't get too close to him a lot of times. That's why I'm actually using a ranged weapon right here. But I wish I'd chosen a different elite skill, because I've got headbutt equipped right now, and it's not generally a good idea to headbutt this dude. But yeah, I just did it. It really shows how it's not a good idea to do that, because he you have to fully like get rid of his blue bar there, his break bar, to actually stun him. And headbutt got rid of a little bit of that, but that ability actually, what it's meant to do is it's meant to stun you and also stun the enemy at the same time, but stun the enemy more. But since this guy is like a veteran and also like a hero point boss kind of thing, he has a break bar and he won't immediately get stunned. I have to reduce all of that to actually stun him. So what I done basically just there was I bonked myself in the head by headbutting him, which wasn't actually that much of a smart idea, but I didn't know. Yeah, so apparently this server I'm on, Tarnish Ghost by the way, if you were wondering what server I'm on, is actually very populated, and a lot of people have come here to kick this guy's ass, which is excellent. It of course is making the fight go much quicker, but I mean, you saw the basics of what his attack does and how you should avoid that flame and everything, and that's basically all you need to know. And wow, that was one weird screen effect by that Guardian over there, or whatever the Guardian specialization is, the Flame Axe one. Anyway, that pretty much concludes it for this video. Now you know how to get Soul Beast and everything. And also, I didn't even know this, but apparently these caches here, which give you a treasure chest each time, respawn for each individual character, which is pretty neat. So you can come here on each individual character, defeat that forged guy, apparently not get any reward because nothing's popped up in the corner, but you get that treasure chest each time, which is pretty neat. Anyway, that's pretty much everything for the video, and I hope you enjoyed watching. Bye!